Come on and see me.
Children in a Russian missile strike in eastern Ukraine.
Rescuers pull a survivor out of the rubble of the Ria Lounge restaurant in Kramatorsk. The downtown shopping and dining area was struck as locals tried to enjoy dinner. There's already an overnight curfew, but Russia's earlier than usual. President Zelensky said Russia should face the consequences of its actions, defeat, and a war crimes tribunal.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Well, good Monday morning to all y'all.
Nice try.
It feels like a Monday morning, to be honest with you. It felt like Monday all day yesterday.
I agree with that.
Anyway, I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
What a day yesterday down at Timeline.
Oh, my goodness.
In addition to some wonderful people coming in, buying all sorts of things. I'm like, good God.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had $100 bills.
Oh, wow.
But me.
Yeah, I need one.
Well, you know, I actually left one in the drawer when I counted the till last night until I went back and I was putting things away, and I said, "There's another $100 bill in here."
Well, y'all giving them away down there? You have to come down there.
Apparently so. It was a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of good people coming in doing lots of good things, and Tideline was busy yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, the summer season is on. It's up and running. July 4th weekend is coming up shortly,
Mm-hmm.
which will actually start this weekend.
It does.
This Friday, and don't expect to find anybody working.
Let the
At normal
fireworks
jobs.
begin.
Well, county offices are closed Monday
Monday and Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Why is that? I can't understand that.
because it's a long weekend, I think, because the holiday's on a Tuesday.
So
they just get a day
And-
off.
So who's paying them not to work?
The state.
No, they're not. The county is.
The money comes from the state.
For county employees.
Mm-hmm. County employees are considered state employees.
So no, The county commissioners pay them.
From the
It's in
state
the-
money.
Huh.
When I worked for county mental
Here we
health, I
go.
was considered a state employee.
It may be considered a state employee.
I mean,
but
I got state employee
did-
benefits. Let me just put it
did
that way.
money come from the state?
Indirectly, yes.
Then why are my taxes so high?
You need to talk to pick the state.
Well, let me tell you what. I was a federal employee, and we didn't get to. We got the holiday, and that was it.
Yeah.
We didn't get. Wow.
The day before, the day after, and all
No,
that sort
that's-
of good stuff.
But if it was a
I've been
Wednesday, it
missing.
wouldn't be that way. But it's a Tuesday, so you get that Monday. It's just an extra day. As hard as they work, I'm not going to complain about it.
I am.
Now, see, if my regular day off was Tuesday and the holiday fell on Tuesday, then I'd get my holiday the day before.
Correct. Yeah.
That's
If
the
it's-
way we worked it. But
If it's Christmas Day and it
Right.
falls on a Tuesday, then you get
any
it
holiday
one
that the
either
federal
before
government
or after. Yeah.
recognizes.
Matter of fact, I need
Yes.
to tell my Wilmington employee he don't work Monday. I got to tell him.
No,
'Cause
tell
they
them,
work- he-
tell them to come in and work.
He works at
Coming
because
in work.
the grant that I run is 5 counties, and he works out of New Hanover DSS. He's
Oh.
not going to be open. He can't go to work. I need to remind him of that. Let me do.
Well, if
I'll
he
forget
hasn't,
to tell
if he
him.
hasn't figured that out, maybe
Well,
that
he-
he should.
Such
should
a hard
not-
worker. He gets tunnel vision. That dude. I hope he never quits. He is like a great employee.
Anyway, yeah, a whole lot of people came in yesterday and looking for stuff and buying stuff, and I've never had so many people who are up in arms about this whole pool thing.
Really?
And not one person is against it, and everyone that came in yesterday was so like, why are people opposed to this? Why are people unhappy? And you know what the general consensus was?
Why?
It's political.
I don't
Oh,
think that's
goodness.
for
No,
everybody.
no. That's what they were telling me. I'm telling you one-on-one, these individuals coming in, and they said it's because they don't like this one individual who's in charge. If it was somebody else, if it was Mother Teresa, they would all love it. Same circumstances, they would all love it. Everybody would.
Well, how do they know? Have they asked people? Because I mean, I
Okay.
tell people, I'll give y'all Robin Knapp's phone number right now, and y'all can call him and ask him. And it don't have nothing to do with Billy Sewell, not one thing. And I know because I sleep with the man every night.
There are
Ooh.
other people
Okay.
out there. Well, you're married to him, so make
Well,
that clear.
I'm just
first of
saying.
all.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, that's what the people, the general consensus was that the people that came in yesterday, it's political because they don't like the politics of the one individual who's leading the charge.
I think that's wrong. I don't agree with that. And I would tell people, everybody then they need to go on Melissa Oakley's Onslow County Board of Education Facebook page. She wrote what I think is one of the greatest reasons for why she is opposed to this. She spelled out exactly how much dollars the county owes, for the Board of Education owes, and for she spelled it is lengthy. It's a very lengthy post. She broke it down to the dollar on how much is needed for current repairs and necessary school items, all of it. She broke it down as to why she's opposed to it. And her reasoning makes sense. I would say if the Board of Education is going to agree to the $3 million, then they need to also agree in that same meeting to raise the teacher pay, because my daughter, sister-in-law, is a teacher here at Onslow County School, has been for quite a few years. She hadn't had a raise. She has to fund her whole supplies. As a matter of fact, guess who buys supplies for her classroom? I do. She gives me a list right before school starts of everything she needs. Myself and a few other parents and grandparents purchase it. So if the Board of Education is going to look at that list that Melissa Oakley put out and not fund those much needed things, but fund this, then they at least ought to fund teachers, give the teachers a raise, because we're short of teacher assistants. We don't have enough for the classroom. We don't have enough school nurses. We don't have enough actual teachers. We don't have enough bus drivers, which led to us having to change the entire school schedule around. But one of the reasons we don't have teachers is the pay.
First of all, Onslow County Board of Education does not pay teachers. That is North Carolina pays teachers.
Yes, each county pay.
They
You can
pay
go
us
from
a
county to
supplement,
county for the pay,
which
Well,
I'm totally
okay.
opposed to. There should be no supplements, period, bottom line. if they're state employees, which they are, then the state should pay them. Take it up with the legislature.
What they don't, because you can go to a whole different county and get a whole different pay.
I understand that, but that's because of teacher supplements. They should not be legal, period, bottom line, because that pits county against county,
Well,
school system against school system. It's always been this way because people like counties like Mecklenburg, they got endless money over there. So they can pay supplements to get the better teachers to come to their counties. That's what it's all about. They get to choose better teachers.
correct. Well, then maybe we should choose teachers.
Maybe we should not pay supplements, and everybody is paid by the state. That's their state employees. So the county's got nothing to do with their pay, except they offer supplements.
Well, then, okay, fine. On your logic that they offer supplements, they need to raise the supplements to get
They
some
should
teachers
not
up
have
in here.
any supplements.
Oh my God, right.
No, seriously.
Okay.
Why should they? If they're state employees, I mean, are we going to pay Department of Transportation people in Onslow County, give them some extra money? They're working for the state of North Carolina. Why should we pay them extra money so they can work in Onslow County?
I think these teachers don't make nowhere near as much money. The administration makes 4 times what the teachers make, and the teachers are one teaching these kids that don't know how to read, don't know how to write, don't know how to do math, can't do geography, all that, when they are the one. If we're going to spend any amount of money in this county, it needs so our kids can learn. And you wonder why our test scores are so low.
Again, it's a state position.
Well, then let's get Mike Lazar on the phone and ask why the state is not regulating just across the board blanket teacher salaries.
Because they've left it up to the counties to compete with each
But
other.
but according to your logic, that's a state legislative issue. So they need to change. That's what I'm saying. They change the ruling.
It definitely is a state issue.
So let's get George Cleveland, Phil Shepard,
luck.
Well, there you go.
Dixon, and Lazar in here and say, okay, what charge are y'all going to lead towards making North Carolina where the teachers only get one flat salary,
And that's the way it
no
should
matter
be.
what county you're in?
That's the way it should be.
But until that happens, Onslow County needs to pony up some money for these teachers. And we're losing teachers at an alarming, go look at the teacher vacancies at an alarming rate. At this point, who's going to teach these kids?
Who's going to drive the school buses?
We don't have school bus drivers.
They've got a shortage, but
A huge shortage.
should Onslow County be paying for that?
Then what is their money going towards?
I see. All of that's very confusing. The biggest part of Onslow County's budget goes to the school system, right?
Yes. And Melissa Oakley spelled out the entire needs that they have. It's a long list.
I understand that, but again, if they're state employees, the state should be paying for it. Good morning, Timmy. How are you?
Oh, I wanted to call in for y'all little gassy. God almighty knows. Yeah, that. First of all, you're about the administration getting paid so much money. I totally agree with that. But what they've done, they've gone back to college and got their bachelor's degree and their master's degree, and
What
they
has
got
that done
all
for
these
me?
degrees, and they sit back, yeah, and they get paid for it.
What has that done for
the
me?
Teachers, huh?
What has that done for me?
Not a thing. And there's only one. Look, I worked for one person one time, and I'll give them my Estes Express line. The line haul drivers got paid more than the terminal manager. And you know why his reason for that? He said, I can get 100 terminal managers. It's hard to get a good driver. He says, I pay my driver. And he did. And his other thinking was, they're out there driving at night when they should be home in bed with, with their family. And so he compensated them for that. But I don't agree, and Kelly, you may disagree because I know you got a lot of education. I don't agree with paying somebody who went back to school and got a master's just to give them a raise because they got it. You got to prove to me that you earned that money, and going to college and getting this degree didn't prove it to me. Because what are you doing? What are you doing for the school? You're just sitting back there and you're doing your job, but somebody with a less degree could do that job too, and they will doing it for less money. But and that bothers me. And you're exactly right. And yeah, the state pays some of the county workers, some of them they don't. I understand it. This state has always had trouble with teacher pay, and I agree, Rayford. I do agree with you about the incentives and the incentive packages. Maybe, and I don't know if they do or not, but maybe Onslow County School Board ought to give in a bonus for coming in, and they probably have. I know they give school bus drivers a bonus, or they were, just for hiring on.
$2,500 and $16 an hour. They're
right.
advertising
How
right
about
now.
the ones already been there? Been there 1 year, 2 years, 10 years,
They don't
whatever.
they don't care about them.
What you giving them?
Nothing,
Nothing.
honey.
Exactly. That's your problem. You know, you said, right, oh, we'll give them $2,500 just to come in and drive a bus. Well, you got one sitting over here been driving for 10 years. I mean, they have to go in there and work in the cafeteria or their teacher's aide or something just to make ends meet and drive that bus. Some of them get up at 4 o'clock in the morning
Yep.
and have to go to work, and they come in. Some of them drive all day. They drive 8 hours a day. They'll go from school to school to school. And then you got your special purpose when you got the kids going off on field trips. They have to pay the driver to do that. And I'm just telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. And I agree with you, Rayford, 100% about the incentive, but it's just competition trying to get the best teachers. Hey, you come over here to this county, I'll pay you this amount of money. And what do you think they're going to do? They're going to go. And also, Kelly, it upsets me to no end that you and other parents and grandparents have to spend your hard-earned money
Absolutely.
to buy supplies. It makes me mad as fire because I hear it all the time. I have donated money to my granddaughter to get supplies, and I have given out extra. And I know some teachers before that I have given out money. It makes me mad. I can't understand it because I know where the money's coming from for the Board of Education. A lot of it's coming from property taxes. A lot of it's coming from sales taxes. A lot of it's coming from income taxes from the state. Where's it going to end? How much we got to give? And it should be provided for. So, Kelly, I'm on your side about that. That makes me mad.
Yeah, because a lot of the teachers have to fund their own supplies. Megan's sister-in-law at Christmas, when she puts out a Christmas list, you know, like for her family, she don't ask for nothing for herself. She asks for things for her classroom that she needs, and that is a crying shame that these teachers, with their piddly pay they get, have to buy their own supplies. I don't agree with it, and I think it's wrong.
No.
And the
Now,
state, gave a pretty
No, go
good
ahead.
pay raise a couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah,
I mean,
they did. They should have done it again.
They
Yep, they should have done it
again.
again. Yep.
But
And it was too far away. They should have been doing it the whole time. Oh God, I get hot over that. And I remember way back on the Rayford, you do too. A highway patrolman back in the 70s. A highway patrolman with a wife and 2 kids was eligible now for food stamps. They couldn't apply for it, but they were eligible for it. Rayford, I know you remember that.
let me tell you what the starting pay was prior to North Carolina standards coming into place for local police officers, sheriff's deputies.
Oh, yeah.
Less than $6,000 a year
Ooh.
in the 70s.
What was it Jack Bright said he made? He said it one time. He dropped. He left his job and went and joined the police. I can't remember what he said it was, but I just looked. Man, that's a heck of a cut.
It's about $5,000 when Jack joined the police department.
But
And then
y'all got
standards
to
came into
understand
being, and then they had the state gave a raise and made it a minimum of $6,000 you had to get paid.
But it just, I get back to this. North Carolina, I don't care who they put in there or what they put, they won't come together. They need to get some money up and pay these teachers across the board some money. And I've got two, I got a niece and a nephew-in-law, and I told them, I've said this before, was sitting there eating supper one night. I said, I want to tell you something. Y'all went to college, to school. I said, I just want to tell you, the money you spent on your education to teach kids. I said, if you look at it at a dollar function, it was the dumbest thing you've ever done. I said, I know why you did it. You did it because you wanted to teach, and I agree with it. And I tell them it don't matter if you're making $20,000 a year or $200,000 a year. If you're not happy, you're not happy. And if you're happy teaching at this amount of money, go for it. I appreciate what you're doing because we need teachers. We need good teachers. We got good teachers, got bad teachers, got good and bad and everything. But I totally agree with y'all. But yeah, y'all sound like y'all about to do a cat. Lee, you sitting back refereeing, baby.
If y'all, if you're in the public service area, which teachers are, and I love them to death, police officers are, nurses are, doctors are not so much. But anyway, if you're in the public service arena and you're doing it for the pay, you're wrong. I don't know any cop. I don't know any teacher that does it for the pay. I don't know any of them that does it for the pay because they ain't gonna get enough money to offset the time that they put into it, the aggravation that is around it. No, if I did it only for the pay, for the money, I'd move on, and I have. Several times.
Oh yeah.
I moved on.
Oh yeah, me too.
So that's you do it for the love of what you're doing, but that's not right. You should be compensated because of the work that you do, the service that you provide, not just because I can't do anything else, so I'm going to teach. Yeah. And that sometimes is what a lot of people think. Louis Sewell, Billy's daddy, a great example of that. He was a teacher. He did it for the love at the time.
Yeah, he was my mama's boss.
And when he decided to do something else because he wanted to make some money and make money for his family, he had a growing family at the time. And so guess what he did? He became an entrepreneur. Good for him. Yeah. It's a loss for the county, loss for the school system, but he did it. Yeah. And I cannot how do you discount that? And he just had another desire at the time. How many police officers have moved on to do other things?
It's been quite a few.
A lot.
Yeah, they do. And I mean, and a lot of them have second jobs.
Every cop I ever knew had a second job. Come on.
Yeah, even the county worker. Daddy, I remember Daddy, and I got a Daddy said, "Yo, to get a county job." I said, "Daddy, they're starving to death."
Yep.
I'd have to get a second job, and every county employee I knew back then had a second job where they worked on the weekends to make ends meet.
Well, a lot of I'm sorry, Tim. A lot of our employees, when we owned our armed guard service, were off-duty police officers and deputies. They came in and worked for us to make that extra buck. They made more money doing that.
Yep.
And they made good money.
We've had them be not bounce for say bounce. We didn't call them bounce. We called them security. But they would come in and they get paid. And we'd be at some of the clubs. We'd have a huge band come in or group. We'd hire off-duty deputies or off-duty police officers to come in, and they had good authority. All they had was a phone call. It was a whole lot easier for us to hire them than to take somebody, say a bouncer or a cooler, to try to help out because it gets a little rough. And a police officer, they knew what to do, they knew how to handle it, they knew what they could do, and it worked out a whole lot better. We didn't mind paying them. Now, when I was involved in that stuff, I don't know, what do you need? What do you want? And it was just the greatest thing to have.
Well, I'll tell you,
But I
my last law enforcement job, I got $35,000 a year. That was in the 90s. Okay,
That's nothing.
$35,000 a year. I made twice that much on the weekends and whatever, shooting weddings.
I made that in 3 months at the
Oh, yeah.
post office.
Yeah, I could have delivered mail and made more.
Yes.
So anyway,
I've had trucking jobs where I trim horses and donkeys part time. I did it to buy my hay and my feed for the winter. I had to because of.
Yep.
And that's what
It's
I did.
hard on
I said, oh, I'd
everybody
rather
right
have
now.
put that money in my pocket, and I could have a lot of just said, oh, sell your horses and donkeys, put money in your pocket.
yeah.
No,
You wanna talk
I
about
enjoy it.
Salaries?
I'll get off it.
All right,
Ma'am.
Kimmy, thank you.
Jen. Go look at what the military makes.
Oh yeah,
Nothing.
I know.
Nothing.
I understand. You know what I made in the Coast Guard in the boot camp?
It couldn't be much.
$64 a month. You're live and local Real Talk. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio say, Liberty Mutual customizes my home insurance so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand before the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu at DQ and your mouth wonders, where have you been all my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ signature stack burger menu. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. See how these zero-turn mowers have stepped up from a traditional lap bar to a familiar steering wheel experience for stability on a variety of terrains, including hills up to 20 degrees. Unlike the possibilities of your lawn with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street in Kinston for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
When Ronnie Watson and Steve Matthews first came to Emerald Isle, they came by ferry or private boat because there was no bridge. As the area grew, Ronnie Watson became mayor. And since that beginning, the Emerald Isle and Atlantic Beach area has continued to grow and is one of the top family beaches on the East Coast. In 1978, Ronnie and Steve formed Watson Matthews Real Estate and joined the residential development of Emerald Isle. They were the developers of several residential subdivisions, including Land's End, Emerald Plantation, and played a part in the development of Emerald Landing, Royal Oaks, Dolphin Ridge, and several others. Ronnie and Steve realized that the spectacular growth would not have been possible without the community, military families, and neighbors. Watson Matthews Real Estate, serving Emerald Isle and the Atlantic Beach area since 1978. Phone 252-354-2872. Online at watsonmatthews.com.
The Borough Restaurant and Bar in Swansboro is hiring. We're currently looking for experienced line cooks and expos. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. The Borough is open 7 days a week. Stop by for an application. Our sister restaurant, Il Cigno Italiano, is also hiring line cooks, expos, and bartenders. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. The Borough Restaurant on Front Street and Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue, both in Swansboro.
Hello, Angelo. Roy Spennett here with Century 21 Champion Real Estate. I always say that real estate is the best investment you can make in your life to generate wealth. I've been helping real estate buyers and sellers for 18 years in Onslow County. If you need a realtor to help you buy or sell, you want someone who knows Onslow County and knows about the real estate industry, I would love to hear from you. 910-389-9638. Call me, Royce Bennett, Century 21 Champion Real Estate. Thank you.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial cleaning service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax. We're on the way.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Tie-dye Marine. I'd already talked about them this morning because I was there all day yesterday, and lots of folks coming in and getting their boats fixed up and getting everything ready. And another guy came in yesterday looking for a motor. He might end up buying a whole boat. He's he's decided. He's working on it.
It's going to be busy on the water this
It's going to be, the 4th is going to be slammed, y'all.
Mhm.
So, if your boat needs some minor work done, like you haven't had the oil changed or oil filters or stuff like that, it's usually a week to 2 weeks out. That's all that takes. So, but you need to get it in. The earlier you get it in, the faster you get it in, the sooner you're going to get her back. If you wait, you're going to be in line. That's the way it is. If you got some issues with your motor, run issues, it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, it's going to take longer, obviously, because they got to do diagnostics on it and then start working on it, try to find the problem. And if your boat's been sitting up for the past 18 months or whatever, as so many people have done, they got old fuel in it, started, it wouldn't start, or it started and it died. Sorry. It's going to take some time. There are going to be some repairs that are going to be needed. And quite often that involves ordering parts that may not be in stock. Tie-dye Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Offshore today, northerly winds 5 to 10. Easterly early this afternoon, then going to switch around to the south. A big wind change. Later in the day, seas 3 to 4 feet, dominant period 9 seconds. Sounds and rivers, chop diminishing to flat early this afternoon, then increasing to a light chop later this afternoon and evening. Easterly winds tomorrow 5 to 10, seas only 2 to 3 feet, dominant period 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Yay. Sounds and rivers a light chop. Friday, pretty much the same thing. Southeasterly winds 5 to 10, seas only 2 to 3, sounds and rivers a light chop.
Today, mostly sunny, high of 90. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 70. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 90. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 70. And on Friday, mostly sunny, a high of 91.
Whoa. It's going to be hot.
Yeah, it's going to be hot.
Hot and flat. That's good for the seas. Dr. Rosemary Stein, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are all of you?
Oh, we're hanging in here this morning. We talk politics a lot, and part of politics is that word tick.
Yes.
Tis the summertime, and we've got not the politics, but we got ticks. And we heard from a gentleman yesterday. This caught me by surprise. There's something called a Lone Star tick that is showing up in North Carolina. I don't know whether you've heard about that. And the two ladies here are going to be scratching
Yeah, I'm
again.
already scratching.
Because this gentleman who was in here yesterday talked about he got bit. What was it, last year or a couple of years ago?
A couple of years ago.
He got bit by a Lone Star tick. And now he cannot eat meat, dairy products.
Right.
None of that. He has that shock thing that a lot of people get when they get stung by bees.
Antiphylaxis.
Anaphylaxis. Yeah.
He carries an EpiPen and he takes Benadryl just in
Bless his
case.
heart.
Have you heard of any such thing that he's so allergic
Yes.
to it?
And I forgot the specific name to the condition it gives you. But yes, I have heard of it, and
Wow.
and I have met a couple of people. They were adults who had that reaction, and it's really taxing on people's lives. So
Apparently.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what you can do to prevent it, because this here it's the South. You're going to sometimes be predisposed to being bitten by a tick, and I guess you just try to avoid it and then hope for the best. So, because that is really something. And people, from there on out, it's a drastically changed life because of the things that you can't eat and can't digest, and they give it turns your immune system loony.
Wow. Kelly, you're allergic to everything. You don't ever need to go into the woods.
I don't like to go in the woods. I'm scared of snakes.
You probably need to get one. I still think we need to get you one of those astronaut suits with air conditioning built in.
But my daughter walked through her yard and got ticks on her just
Oh,
in her
good
yard.
God.
So that's scary.
They're everywhere.
I need to start checking my dog.
Yeah, well, check your dogs. I do that periodically.
One of my dogs got bit by one and had Lyme disease as a result of it.
Really?
It was many, many years ago.
I didn't know dogs
Yes.
could get Lyme disease.
I didn't
I
either.
knew humans could, but oh my,
I've known a guy who had Lyme disease, and it
Yeah.
was not. It was not nice.
it's debilitating.
Yes, she was given shots for it. But anyway, go ahead, Dr. Rose.
Dr.
I'm
Rose,
sorry.
what kind of sickness is out there right now with kids? What are you seeing currently?
Wow, what am I seeing? The one thing I did want to bring to your attention is that in the first time, I don't know in how long, we actually have malaria in our mosquitoes in the U.S.
I've heard of that
And so
too.
we have some American cases in Florida and Texas so far. And I've seen a lot of big, bad-looking mosquitoes. So be on the lookout. I just ran out of my insect spray, but make sure that you have some for your kids, or if you use something else like Skin So Soft, which has been proven to work. Make sure that you make it a tradition or a habit to go outside after you put some of that on to protect the kids at least a little bit. But it seems like the kids are getting bitten a little bit more by bugs and mosquitoes this year than other years. I don't know if it's because of the weather changes that there have been, but they do seem to be out there with a bit of a vengeance. So be on the lookout for that.
Well, I'll tell you what. You need to walk around your property too, and any place like a bucket or anything else that water accumulates in, old tires, whatever. There can be some standing water. You will look down there and you're going to see larvae. You're going to see mosquitoes, little baby ones when they hatch. You need to get rid of that right up front. Empty everything out after every rain, and we've had a lot of rain. Empty it out before the mosquitoes can breed. That would be number one. For the folks who have rain barrels, put a piece of screen over the top of it. The water can still get in, but the mosquitoes cannot get in to lay eggs. They can't go through window screening. Lay that over the top of it. And if you got a real infestation, call an exterminator or call a mosquito control guy. There's one over in Carteret County. He does a great job.
That's all good advice, because these mosquitoes, especially if we have a little bit of a scare, yes, it's a few states away. But with this malaria scare, we don't need to be predisposing our families to mosquito-borne illnesses. And there are other things in the mosquitoes besides malaria.
Yeah. Well, my second experience in a hospital, first one was when I was born. The second one was when I was still a baby, and I had malaria. I was in Wilmington, and it was all mosquito driven. There's no air conditioning in those days, so the windows were always open. But I apparently got malaria from a mosquito.
Wow.
That was in the 1940s, the late 1940s.
Well, Dr. Rose, what are some of the symptoms of malaria?
Well, fatigue and tiredness is where it starts. You get body aches. But the bad thing is that your blood begins having, problems, and that's what gives you the fatigue. Is that it's a disease that affects your blood and the way that your blood multiplies and the way that your blood takes in oxygen. So it can be really, really serious. And the treatment is not a difficult one, but it takes some time for you to figure out that that's what you have, and you're just thinking, oh, I'm kind of tired, and you wait, and that's when it gets very dangerous.
Wow. Okay. Oh, anything else out there that's that we have to look forward to this summer with kids, especially?
I did find out in this week, and I don't know how this one got past me, but the new COVID strain, and there have been some positive COVID cases. It has a funny name. Its name is Arcturus. Who would name a disease that? But okay. But it's different from all the other COVID strains in that it causes conjunctivitis. You get itchy eyes, drainy eyes, some red eyes, together with like an upper respiratory infection. It seems to go away all by itself, but it still tests positive for COVID. So if you have those symptoms, don't just assume that you have you have conjunctivitis and nothing else. You may just have COVID, and there's a pretty good chance of it.
Wow. I haven't heard so much about COVID lately, and I was hoping that was on the go away list.
But I think we've built up a lot of immunity to it.
We have.
And
I think that you're right.
So, but I was reading about that, and every time you turn around, it's a new strain that's out. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Are you seeing any allergies in kids lately? Like, and I'm talking like, runny nose, that kind of thing, cough.
Lots of it, and it's untreated. It will probably, affect the kids into becoming a common cold or maybe a respiratory infection. So don't just ignore, it's just allergies. Make sure that if you have something to give your child, like Zyrtec or Claritin, but also that they blow their noses, that they avoid having the allergies by coming in and washing their face and taking their clothes and changing them. Those are the important things to prevent allergies from getting worse, and lots of fluids. And because when you drink fluids, you're running some liquids through your body, and so that the pollen and the dust and the things that are causing the allergies don't stick to your upper airway. So that decreases the chances of you having symptoms. So that's very important too. Kids tend to not drink fluids until they're really, really, really almost dehydrated. But before you send them out, make sure that you're giving them some fluids.
Over the weekend I was working outside. My wife and I think we spent about 8 hours total on Sunday, doing all sorts of stuff in the yard. She was cutting stuff down. I was hauling stuff away. I was cutting stuff down and hauling the debris away. And at one point in time, I said, I'm kind of tired, and I wasn't sweating anymore.
That's not a good sign.
And then when I stood up, I said, "Whoa! I'm seeing lots of little stars out here." So I came inside and headed for the liquids, and lots of water, lots of Gatorade, and then I felt better. But I'm like, this is something that a kid could get and not realize what's going on. If you should be sweating and you're not, that's a problem, right?
That's one of the first signs of dehydration, is that you're not sweating as much anymore because you don't have any more fluids to give. You might be peeing a little bit less often. You're like, oh wow, it's been a few hours since I've had to pee. That just means that your body is taking in or keeping in the fluids and not able to put more of it out there like it normally should. And so that's a sign. But the thing is that we just chalk it up to not feeling well or being tired or whatever it is. And it's really, you just drink some fluid, some water, and you feel better. And you're like, oh, I was dehydrated. And so kids, like you said, they just keep on doing their stuff. And next thing you know, they're plopping on the ground. So make sure that before they go outside is when they're drinking some water, and that they keep a water bottle outside accessible so that they can drink some more. And if they're drinking lots and lots of water, then make sure that maybe a little bit of Gatorade or Pedialyte or something that has a little bit of salt in the water, because otherwise you're not giving them some electrolytes like they need.
Dr. Rose, I was just going to ask you about the salt, because I know, like, delivering mail and some of the guys at the post office, they would bring something with a lot of salt on it.
Salt tablets. They used to have salt tablets.
And what's the benefits of that?
Well, the thing is that to be able to circulate your blood well, you need a little bit of salt, of sodium and potassium and those things that we call electrolytes,
right?
Which are dissolved into the. It should be dissolved into the water so that you get those electrolytes that your body's putting out. And so if you drink a lot of water and you don't have those electrolytes, you're going to get very sick anyway. That's like those kids that drink 30 glasses of water and then, they have terrible problems. They can even die. Well, if you do that without even realizing, your sodium gets low, your potassium gets low, you can have seizures and your heart can have arrhythmia just from doing that. So just make sure that if you're sweating a lot, which puts out salt, if anybody's ever, licked their own sweat, it tastes sweaty. It tastes salty. So you have to put a little bit of salt back in there. Now, I don't come from an age where I think about the salt tablets as much, but you can have some Gatorade or some Pedialyte so that you have a little bit of salt to replace the salt that you're losing if you're going to be outside sweating quite a bit, like a mailman would.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. Dr. Rosemary Stein, always full of great information.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you next week.
All right. Later.
Have a good day.
Okay, let's take a quick break, and I'm going to tell you when we come back about the deadliest place to go swimming in the United States right now. You're live and local, Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
If you love ocean pier fishing, the Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant located at mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach is the place for you. The Seaview Pier is a family pier complete with bait and tackle shop, rod and reel rentals, and accessories. The restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner and features a complete menu from burgers to ocean fresh seafood, straight to you from the briny blue. With the Seaview Motel right next door and the most affordable rates on the coast, you can make it a vacation or a weekend of Carolina pier fishing. It's all here, including the fish. The Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant, mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach, across the bridge, just south from Seas Ferry. To find out what's biting or for motel reservations, call anytime, 910-328-3172.
Summer vacation season is here, and Mixed Masters Concrete in Beulaville takes this time to remind you to drive carefully. When it comes to concrete, nobody does it harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated, 3661 East Highway 24 in Beulaville. Whether you need concrete for residential, commercial, or agricultural projects, Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated serves all of eastern North Carolina. From driveways, patios, to livestock housing, concrete for outdoor kitchens. Mixed Masters has the concrete, and owner Scott Thigpen will gladly provide a free estimate estimate. For on-site delivery, phone 910-298-6153. And they deliver on Saturdays. Nobody does concrete harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated of Beulaville. When you need ready-mix concrete quick, call Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulaville, 910-298-6153. Proud to be a part of the continuing growth of Duplin, Onslow, Jones, and surrounding counties.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
With the dreaded arrival of the hurricane season, one of the most concerning issues is the loss of electricity. The inconvenience of even a few hours without power can become a nightmare if that loss drags on several days. Imagine losing everything you have in your freezer. A growing number of people are buying meat in large quantities because it's much cheaper. Why not consider a standby generator and get those worries out of your mind? John Stars Electric can help you with a plan and can handle the entire installation. John Stars Electric, 910-989-1908. Please have a happy and safe Independence Day. Celebrate, but remember what the day is all about.
Good morning, beautiful people. This is Donna Riggs, your local community real estate agent here in Onslow County, North Carolina, servicing Onslow, Carteret, Pender, and the surrounding areas of eastern North Carolina. I am with Pier 24 Realty in Swansboro, North Carolina, and I am happy to assist buyers, sellers in their home selling and their home buying purchases. So, sellers, let's chat for just a moment. There are buyers currently looking for homes, and homes are selling rather quickly still. So reach out to me at 910-340-0224, and I am happy to come to your home and go over a market report for you to show you what your home potentially could sell for in this market. Buyers, let us meet for coffee on me and have a chat and partner with a local lender here in Onslow County and the surrounding areas of eastern North Carolina to go over your home buyer budget plan so that we can come up with a budget for you that fits your needs to get you into the home that you can afford and a home for you. Give me a call today to get started at any time or text me if I can't answer the phone quickly at 910-340-0224. And I am happy to meet with you and go over your home selling or your home buying budget plan. 910-340-0224. Donna Riggs, your local community real estate agent in eastern North Carolina at Pier 24 Realty in Swansboro, North Carolina. I look forward to hearing from you very soon.
Hi, we're from Hooters.
I'm Alyssa.
I'm Tao.
I'm Julie.
And we're here to tell you about all the specials we have going on at Hooters right now.
Yeah, Monday we have BOGO bone-in wings. It's buy 10, get 10.
And then Tuesdays we have $9.99 build your own burger.
Wednesdays we have BOGO boneless wings, buy 10, get 10 free. Thursdays are $19.99 wings in a Big Daddy bundle. It'll be a Blue Moon or a Mick Ultra.
Flashback Fridays, we got 1983 crab legs.
And then every weekend we have Kids Eat Free. 1 adult equals 1 free kids meal. And don't forget our beer features at $3 Blue Moon drafts and $9.99 Mick Ultra pitchers.
And we have this Chase Day bundle going on. 8 boneless wings and a 32-ounce Busch Light or fountain drink for $13.99.
Come in on 4th of July. We're all going to be in bikinis.
And then every Thursday we have karaoke with DJ Unique from Limelight.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311.
Cannonball!
Serving all of Eastern North Carolina's in-ground pool needs, Saltwater Pools is your go-to for summer fun this year. Whether you're in the middle of building your home or just looking to make your existing home into your paradise, Saltwater Pools will work with you to help make that dream a reality. We can specialize your pool to suit your vision of a personal oasis, with lots of options to suit whatever your budget may be, with features such as spillovers, heaters for those cooler months, wireless pump and light controls, animal-friendly features, rock outcroppings, tanning ledges, custom lighting. Call Saltwater Pools of Jacksonville at 910-333-5055 to start working on your backyard getaway. Focus on top quality installation, competitive pricing, and fully satisfying our customer needs. Saltwater Pools is ready to make your life a lot cooler. Call us at 910-333-5055 today, and we'll have you swimming by July.
Get your saltwater pool today. You'll love it.
Hello, I'm Kelly Knapp, and on behalf of myself and the staff of Community Prevention Services, we want to wish you a very happy 4th of July. We also want to remind you, if you're going to celebrate, please do so responsibly. Don't place alcohol in reach of children and teens, and don't drink and drive. If you need a ride, call a family member, a friend, a taxi, or an Uber. We want everyone to be safe. Have a wonderful 4th and a wonderful day. Thank you.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back, and we've harped on rip currents here. We've talked about them. One place in this country right now, so far this year, is the deadliest beach in the entire U.S. It's not in North Carolina.
Well, I was going to guess Hatteras, but
no. Panama City Beach in Florida.
I figured it was Florida.
3 more tourists died swimming in the Gulf of Mexico over the weekend. Police say 3 separate fatal water incidents, is what they call them, happened Saturday off the coast of Panama City Beach, though it was unclear if the victims were drowned or had another medical emergency while in the water. Likely they drowned. The tourists were swimming behind different resorts. A total of 7 people, 7 have died at the beach in the past 9 days, and rip currents have created dangerous swimming conditions. This death toll is the highest of any U.S. beach for 2023. The highest.
We just had a former NFL quarterback,
Yes.
Ryan Mallett.
Yep.
Do you know him, Kelly? Mallett? Dead after a drowning in Florida.
Yeah.
In Destin, Florida. So
Yep, that's on the West
somebody
Coast.
had sent me that this
Yep.
morning.
I saw that earlier. Rip currents are channelized currents of water that flow away from the shore at surf beaches. They typically form at breaks in sandbars. There's generally along North Carolina beaches, fishermen. That's how I know more about rip currents than anything else. There's a sandbar that forms along the beach, right off the beach, right?
Yes.
Sandbar. You can swim out to it, then you can get up on it and walk around. But then if there, all that water that comes over those sandbars has to go out. And the water that's rushing out picks the weakest point and it opens it up, opens up the sandbar.
Yes.
That's where the rip forms. Now, fishermen love those little spots because they will fish just inside it because that's where the big fish lie in wait for the little fish to be brought across the sandbar and little bait fish, and then they're swept by them as they go back out to sea with this rip current. Well, duh. If the little fish are there, the big fish will be lying in wait in the calmer water right beside the rip. Now, if you're caught in one of these rips, it doesn't last very long. You all you got to do is keep your head above water. Do not fight against it. Do not try to swim back to shore because you will not be able to swim against a current. I'm sure a lot of you have been in the inlets everywhere, right? It's the same thing as an inlet. If the water is rushing back out, you cannot swim against it. Mark Spitz, we brought his name up a few times lately, strongest swimmer that I've ever heard about. He could not swim against the current in an inlet. But you can ride it in. You can actually ride the current out, even in an inlet. Ride it out. Just keep your head above water. Ride it out until the water stops rushing, and then move one way or the other, left or right, north or south along our beaches generally, out of that current and swim back ashore. And that's what you have to do in a rip current. That's the only way you'll be able to survive.
The biggest number one thing is not to panic. And
Do
I know
not
it's
panic.
hard. It's hard.
Do not panic. Deaths, including deaths from high surf and sneaker waves, have risen nationwide in recent years to a high of 113 in 2021. 113. This year, I think last year there were 69 deaths reported all of 2022. So far, in the first 6 months of this year, there have been 60 surf zone deaths, fatalities. People died in the U.S. this year. 60. Last year, all of last year, there were 69. And we haven't even reached the peak of the season.
It's true.
Okay.
Let's see if we get through this holiday. I pray.
Please, people.
Please be careful.
Just stay on the beach if necessary. If nothing else, just stay up there and enjoy the sun and whatever. And do not think that you can send your little kids out there and let them stand in the water, in knee-deep water, because if they get knocked down by what they call the sneaker waves, we call them rogue waves,
Right.
that if something comes along and knocks them down, or they just fall down, and there is a rip current at that location, they're going to be swept away.
I'm gonna tell you what. Now the ocean is not a swimming pool, and
Nope.
there's just so many factors. I mean, I used to in the day, not anymore. Go out there and body surf, you
Yep.
know, on the board, you know,
Yep.
with my brother and sister-in-law. And sometimes you'll take a wave, and if it catches you just right, I mean, you will scrape bottom.
Yes, you
and
will.
come up with a rash like you would not believe.
Yeah,
but
there's little rocks and
yes,
pebbles and broken
there's-
seashells and
there's
stuff in
a
that
lot
bottom.
that you. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Let's take a break. We'll take your calls when we come back. 910-333-0139. Again, 910-333-0139. We'll be right back.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Biden gives a speech in Chicago today, the first of several about what the White House calls Bidenomics.
What is Bidenomics? The White House is glad you asked. They just Statement, Bidenomics is already delivering for the American people, they say. Our economy has added more than 13 million jobs, including nearly 800,000 manufacturing jobs, and we've unleashed a manufacturing and clean energy boom.
Fox's Doug Luzader, the Republican National Committee, calls this the Biden Bankrupting America tour. Criminal charges against Daniel Penny over Jordan Neely's death are being unsealed at his arraignment in New York today.
Penny subdued Neely on a subway car May 1st. Witnesses on that train said Neely, who was homeless, acted threateningly toward riders. Penny, who is free on bond, maintains it was not his intent to kill Neely.
Fox's Grinnell Scott Penny was initially arrested on manslaughter charges. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
And if you happen to be driving around the area and you're leaving Onslow County, you can still pick us up on 1120 a.m. Don't forget that. 1120 a.m. That's generally where my radio stays in the Jeep because I wander everywhere. Welcome back. It's 8:04. Okay, ladies, go make you mad. A North Carolina man arrested, felony charge, accused of stabbing and killing a dog in a park Monday while its owner was playing pickleball. 43-year-old James Wesley Henry, charged with a felony count of cruelty to animals and is being held at the local detention center in Asheville on a $10,000 secured bond. Good. The owner of, I don't know how you're going to pronounce his name, Beignet, probably, an 11-year-old mixed breed, told the local news outlet that while playing pickleball at Weaver Park in North Asheville, she and others heard the man yelling and arguing with himself before the unprovoked attack. My dog, she said, was laying peacefully in the shade. She was tied up with a very long leash. Then my pickleball partner said, "Someone's beating your dog."
Oh.
Another person playing pickleball said she saw the attacker definitely with all of his strength with what I thought at the time was a closed fist slamming on the dog. Really?
I swear I'd probably go to jail because if I had
I wouldn't probably.
firearm
I would be
on me,
yelling at everybody, "Get your cell phones out and record this."
because I'm about to shoot this person.
I'd beat that guy with my bare hands.
Oh, yeah. I turned, she said, and looked at the dog and saw its last couple of yelps and twitches.
No.
I'm taking my head.
She was covered in blood. There was blood everywhere. It took me a moment because I wasn't sure what had happened.
I can't listen. Can't listen.
How much drugs were involved in this, Kelly?
Probably a lot.
How many
based on
mental
Ash
issues
was
does
up there
individual
last
have?
year.
How would you analyze
Oh, he
the
stabbed the
behavior
dog
of this
too.
guy?
Nope.
It's close to home. I'm afraid to walk him down the street because big dog's running loose.
Well, I'm not.
Well, I need to get some more dog spray.
I'm not worried about spray.
This guy's been arrested 16 times in Buncombe County from 2010 to 2022.
Uh-huh.
Once again, the courts.
And the police captain says, "We've had over the last couple months, whether it's mental health, addiction, or both, a lot of erratic behavior around town."
Did you see his picture?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
Analyze just the picture.
I spit on that picture. Ugh.
I'm going to tell you what. I ain't going to say what I'm thinking. I'm just
On
not
that
gonna say
picture.
it. Yeah, I see his picture.
I'm telling you.
So much cruelty in this world, so much
Right there.
disrespect in this world. So much. It just, this is why I like to stay home.
It's easier. Stay in the bunker here. And I'm
Yes.
good to go.
No fighting, no arguing.
Good morning. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey guys, how you doing? This is Ellie Patino. owner of the Office
Good
Tax Law Street. How we doing?
morning.
Doing fine. How are you doing?
Good. Hey, just wanted to share with you guys that we just posted an event on our Facebook page.
Oh.
We got a free exhibition game coming up on July 10th.
I love it.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
what's when it's going to be. The 10th. Good.
I'm
Good.
going to go right in
Yeah.
there and snag that and share it.
Yay.
7 p.m. is the start time for the game.
Excellent.
that
7
is-
p.m.
All right.
And the admission price for this is
Free.
yeah. There you go. Who are the teams?
Yeah, so they're going to be the Brunswick Surf and Turf
Oh,
versus the Kinston Wingmen.
okay.
Okay.
And from what the league CEO tells me, there's a pretty good rivalry between those two teams.
Oh, okay.
That'll make it interesting. Really interesting. Good.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Eli. I'll be sure to share that post and we'll get the word out.
All right, sounds good, guys. I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank
All right,
you. Thanks for
And
sharing.
Great
that too.
job on the name.
Yeah, I like that. Y'all done
Thanks for your
good.
support, guys.
All right. Thanks.
All right, you take care.
We'll be in touch.
All right.
Bye.
Yep.
That's
there
good.
It
We're,
is.
we're ready to roll. Ready to
Yes.
rumble, as they
I
say.
love this.
So, that'll be good.
Free baseball game July 10th at 7 p.m. Jack Amiette Park,
It's a Monday.
1825 South Drive. Free admission. Bring a lawn chair. Important. Bring a lawn chair.
Yep. Or stand.
And they're also now listen to this. They're also doing a food drive for the Chew program to
Oh,
assist
really?
children in our community. Please bring a non-perishable item. Donations optional. Now, see, I love this.
That's the way to do it.
That they've become so community involved.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is great. Oh, well, okay. I'm getting ready to share this. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's on the 10th. That's a week from this next Monday.
Yes.
So
I'll be there.
we need to go wear our colors.
Yes.
We need to show our colors. Maybe we'll have
Yes.
our new shirts by then.
I will definitely stop by there on the way home today and check on that. That would be awesome.
I've got to run by Vital Signs today because their phone number that I had does not work.
What is up with that?
It's on Google, so
A lot of people don't update their stuff like they should. Now we're on Google, so I'll make sure we were on there, but the phone number's correct. So
that's good. So anyway, I'll run by there today or call. I got another number. I think is a direct line to an individual. Let me put it there where I don't lose it. The New York Times confirmed one of the bombshell claims made about the Department of Justice mishandling of its probe into Hunter Biden, but buried it deep in its Tuesday report. No kidding. After Biden pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanor tax violations and entered a pre-version agreement, which I will tell you, if I had done this, if I had committed this crime, the felony gun registration charge, they would have locked my butt up in any other part of the world. It's a federal violation. Anyway, the House Ways and Means Committee released testimony from 2 IRS whistleblowers who allege that President Biden's son received preferential treatment by the Justice Department. Well, no kidding. If it had been anybody else, Kelly, if you had done what he did and what he's admitting to, I'd have to bring you cigarettes to jail.
I wouldn't have done it, but I hear what you're saying.
If anybody else that I know had done this, one and done, they'd be serving probably a year mandatory. And they should, as he should. One of the whistleblowers, Gary Shapley, claimed that U.S. Attorney David Weiss alleged to multiple witnesses, he told multiple witnesses that he was told by the DOJ that he could not bring charges against Biden in California and Washington, D.C. Attorney General Merrick Garland denied that there was any interference in this whole investigation. Baloney. Mr. Biden himself, Daddy Biden, the president, he's still claiming that he still has never had any discussions with Hunter about his businesses. When we had on tape,
we all know that's not
Hunter Biden saying to one of the, what was it, the foreign folks, was it China? My daddy's sitting right here. And if you do not, he was VP at the time, if you do not do what I tell you to do, the wrath of the Bidens are going to come down on you.
I think it's going to be interesting to see what all actually comes to light before the 2024 election, or if it's all going to be brushed aside till after the election.
No.
See which side is going to win.
The political game are underway. That's already going.
Sure
That's
is.
going to happen. How justified is it? I don't know. But if these claims from multiple individuals are even true, Biden Jr.'s visits as a visitor to the White House, they're supposed to have logs with everybody.
With everybody.
They've removed his visits from the logs.
Wow. Wow.
Even Obama required it.
Well,
But
it's just-
everything that Biden Jr. does is okay. How they can do that, I do not know. I somebody help me with that.
It won't be me.
I'm
It's just every day something comes out, but prove it. Let's get it out there. But it won't happen. It's got to go into committee and be argued over for months and months and months and months.
Yep.
And you talk about taxpayer dollars. That's where our dollars are
What a
going.
waste.
It is.
Give it to
a huge waste.
Give it to the teachers.
Yes.
Send all these people home.
Give it to
that
the
are-
teachers. Give it to the military. Give it to the law enforcement.
Yep.
There's quite a few up there. All of them well deserving.
WITN's reporting
I don't know.
with all the water issues at Camp Lejeune.
Mm-hmm.
That apparently Cape Carteret Aquatic and Wellness Center, they had a chance to help the United States Marine Corps and Navy identify potential PFAs in their drinking water.
Uh-oh.
The Carteret County resident said they sent us a letter saying that they wanted to test our water. If they want to test it, I'm going to let them test it. Well, why not? Why would you not? Did their water contamination from here get down into the aquifer and make its way all the way to Carteret County?
That I can't say.
That's 20 miles from the
Yeah.
location of the initial stages of that water contamination. It's 20 miles. But the water underground, there are streams underground.
Right.
We understand that, right?
Right.
And that's where a lot of
That's where I got my,
governments get their water.
that's where I got my well water.
That's where you get your well water.
Mm-hmm.
Did it make it all the way to Carteret County?
Maybe. Depends on which way it flowed.
They're going to be testing it.
Yeah.
And we'll find out some more
I don't know how they would prove
that it came
where
from
those
here.
contaminants came from,
I
but
don't know. But if it carries the same fingerprint, basically.
yeah, if it has
that
the same
contaminants
chemicals
here,
and stuff, yeah. Other than that, I don't know how they would prove it.
So then what? Going to open up Carteret County?
Hard to say. I figured a bunch of people would be jumping on this bandwagon before
Oh,
it was all
my.
said and done.
My God.
But I don't know. I think you just have to prove it. But
Well, it took them how many years? Because I've been hearing about this thing at Camp Lejeune since the 80s. And it was
Mhm.
deny.
And it took one man. to
Who
go in
was
there.
this man? We had him
Took
sitting
one
right
man.
in here one
Yes,
day.
Jerry Insminger.
Yep.
Yes. Took one man to start the whole revolution and getting us to where we are now.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and take a break. You're live in local Real Talk. Want to chat? 910-333-0139. 910-333-0139. Don't go too far from your radio because we'll be right back.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only carpet protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it.
It's summertime. No schedules, no stress, and no cooking. The Burrow Low Country Kitchen has got you covered. Order a Carolina-style seafood boil to go. Sausage, potatoes, corn, with your choice of shrimp, crawfish, lobster, clams, mussels, crab legs, or a mixture. Seafood boils also make great party pleasers. Grab a quick lunch of Philly cheesesteaks, Italian sausage, fish tacos, and more. Dine in or take out. Curbside or dockside pickup. The Burrow Low Country Kitchen. Corner of Front and Moore Streets in downtown Swansboro. BurrowLowCountryKitchen.com.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and custom threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 30 B Bridges Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 to 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
It's summertime and the time to consider an in-ground swimming pool. Perhaps you'd like to soak in a large spa at your home to work on those sore muscles from mowing your lawn and other chores. No doubt you've seen those fabulous outdoor kitchens and patios on TV. Well, wait no longer. Check out Jacksonville's very own pools, patios, and spas and see for yourself what you're missing but could be experiencing. With all-American products using all-American parts, there's no better way to celebrate Independence Day and celebrate all year long for years to come. Set up an appointment at your earliest opportunity. Pools, patios, and spas, 2965 Richlands Highway in Jacksonville, 910-939-4575, and they're Google approved.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
In Jacksonville, there's only one full-time marina that has full service, in-water boat slips, and all of the other cool stuff that's out there that you want to buy. You want to go fishing? You want to know where the fish are? Stop by Tideline Marine. The doors will open in 7 minutes and 30 seconds from now. Not that I'm counting, but stop by and ask what's biting and where are they biting and what are they biting on. The folks there at Tideline will tell you very quickly the same information they get from the professionals in the area, because they shop at Tideline. They come by, they get their lures there, and they take people fishing. They get their boats serviced there. So they talk, and Tideline listens. And then Tideline shares what they're saying with you. And there's no doubt they know all about it. They don't care. It's fine. They're all anglers. Recreational, the guys who are fishing for a living or taking other people fishing for a living, they are all in the same boat, pardon the pun. But it's a good thing. Tideline Marine, they got lures that works in, the New River, the ocean, the Intercoastal Waterway, White Oak River. Stop by, find out what the local professionals are doing, and they'll get you hooked up in a heartbeat. Tideline Marines at 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Offshore today, winds out of the north 5 to 10, becoming easterly early this afternoon, then going to come around to the south later today. Seas 3 to 4 feet, dominant period 9 seconds. That means the distance between the top of one wave and the top of another wave is 9 seconds. Yay! That's good. Those 3 to 4 second things get kind of rough.
Yes.
It makes it easy going through the inlets when they're 9 seconds apart. Sounds and rivers only a light chop, diminishing to twiggy flat early this afternoon, increasing to a light chop later today. Easterly winds tomorrow, again, 5 to 10 knots. Seas only 2 to 3. Dominant period, I talked about 9 seconds today.
Yes.
10 seconds tomorrow. Sounds and rivers a light chop. Southeasterly winds on Friday, seas 2 to 3 feet. Sounds and rivers a light chop.
Today, mostly sunny, a high of 90. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 70. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 90. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 70. On Friday, sunny, high of 91.
You're not talking about rain.
There is no rain.
And I just noticed with the calm marine forecast, how calm you give it.
I like calm forecasts. When they get rough out there, it gets to be a little bit rough.
You were just so calm.
Oh man, it's great. It's great to have a forecast like that.
And those are the days that I like to go to the beach when everything is so calm.
Mm.
It's just so relaxing. Breathe in that salt air.
Yesterday, in a 6-3 vote, justices upheld a decision by the North Carolina's top court that struck down a congressional districting plan as excessively partisan under state law. What? The president of the North Carolina Institute for Constitutional Law said the entire redistricting process, today's decision, is a little anticlimactic for a lot. Everyone feels that same way. Bob Phillips, the executive director, said, "We are very happy. We think, again, this is a great ruling for the people of North Carolina and everyone who believes in a sound, fair democracy."
Well, when the Republicans took over, they wanted to go and revisit the redistricting and redo it. And of course, let's move on. Let's move on. And like we were discussing earlier, they're working at changing the ABC laws now too.
Yeah, I know. So they want to now some people want to allow ABC stores to remain open on Sundays. Ain't going to happen. Not in the Bible Belt. I don't think so.
We still have a lot of Bible left in North Carolina. Believe it or not, we do.
I expect the next thing they're going to want to do is do away with the state ABC laws, state ABC stores, and let them sell like they do beer and wine in grocery stores.
State gets a lot of money
that
from
would
the
be
ABC
very competitive,
stores. Right?
But
in Texas, like all the times I visited in Texas, there was like an alcohol store on every corner, like we have 7-Elevens here.
Well, in Florida, you could buy liquor at the grocery store 7 days a week, around the clock.
Yeah.
And I'm, right now you can't even buy beer at Food Lion after hours.
Right.
You can't go in there on a 5 o'clock in the morning when people get ready to go fishing. You can't buy a beer
Right.
at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Now you can buy it on Sunday.
Yeah,
where
you can buy it on
couldn't
Sunday,
before.
but not early morning Sunday.
Do you remember back in the day the laws they had on the books concerning alcohol
Oh my
sales?
God, yes.
I mean, ooh, strict.
It was wow. Yeah, and it used to be a lot of people said it was 2 o'clock in the morning. You got to close the bars. Well, you
No,
don't
you
have
can
to
keep
close
bars
the bar.
open all
You-
night long.
Yeah, and you can actually serve somebody at 1:59
That's right.
a.m. and they can keep
Last call.
that on their table until 2:30.
Yeah, go ahead and do it at 2:01 and pray Jerry Reed didn't walk in.
Oh Lord, goodbye, one and done.
Yeah, oh no.
But you know, and at one time back in the day, it was 1 a.m.
I remember
You know when it
that,
became 2 a.m. when they started saying, well, it says on the books here 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then when the daylight time rolled around and 2 a.m. became 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, then they said, well, we can allow them up until 2 a.m. So now it's 2 a.m. across the board, winter or summer, whatever. You know, our laws sometimes are nitpicking and a little bit ridiculous. What is legal in like New York? They can serve until what, 4 or 5 in the morning or something?
Oh, I don't know New York's. I know that North Carolina is one of the strictest states, and they did that to curb the drunk driving.
Which is good. Drunk
Right.
driving
I agree.
has gone way down. The number
Right.
of deaths resulting from drunk driving has really decreased. And part of that, of course, is the strict enforcement.
Well, this new bill right now is like a 36-page bill, and right now it's in the ABC Beverage Control Committee. So it's got to go through a lot of rewrites and stuff like that before it comes out for a vote. But,
Yeah. And
yeah.
then the legislature is going to have to approve it, right?
Right. Which we know how that'll go.
Uh-huh.
And then we know what the governor will do. And then we know what the legislature's going to do after that. So.
Yeah, well, the governor will probably approve if it relaxes the laws, because that's what the Democrats like.
Right.
They like to relax those laws. But anyway, whatever. Let's see what else we got going. There was something else that I saw here.
What about the guy? Remember the guy that was suing Buffalo Wild Wings? I think, Kelly, you were the one that brought that up a while back, alleging that the company's boneless wings are closer to chicken nuggets.
And now he's suing. Is he the one that's suing about the blanket?
Yes, now he's
What
suing a home
I think
goods.
he's just a professional suer.
Yes.
Is he getting anything out of it?
I don't know.
He
He
said-
didn't. The
he-
Buffalo Wild Wings thing, he didn't. I think it got dismissed.
He
I
said
think.
the representation of these blankets led people to believe that it was more green than what it actually was. I mean, my thoughts is if you don't like the blanket, don't buy it. If you like it, buy it.
More green.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's
What?
just a goofball.
Well, the company was saying that it has a less harmful impact on the environment because of its ingredients in manufacture, use, and disposal, So he's trying to say that it's not all that.
I gotta sue somebody. I need some
That's what I'm
money.
saying. He's just.
Yes.
I'm gonna sue the.
It's the soft blanket was previously branded as the EcoSoft blanket, according to the images in the lawsuit.
I think I'm gonna sue all the gas dealers, the gas companies. Just a
Based.
blanket suit.
Just a
Maybe
blanket
I could get
suit.
a class action suit for something. Definitely for ethanol. There
There's-
should be a class action suit against ethanol.
You gonna go green?
No. Ethanol. You don't get the same gas mileage with ethanol. So therefore you have to use more gas to get to the same place.
You're starting to sound privileged.
Oh, I'm a male and I'm white, so maybe you're gonna blame that on me too. No, seriously, it's if people don't believe it, there have been test after test after test. Get yourself a vehicle that you drive the same distance every day, back and forth and back and forth.
Mhm.
Empty your gas tank or get as down as low as you can go. Then buy 10 gallons of ethanol-free gasoline. Okay? And then drive as far as that will go and figure out what your mileage is. Then drive the same distance, the same route, the same speed with 10 gallons of regular ethanol, full of ethanol gasoline. You won't go as far. That's been tested.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, you have to buy more ethanol gasoline than you would have to buy ethanol-free gasoline. You'd be burning more. Create problems. Duh.
Well, listen, this just popped up in my head. I need to make a correction on
Okay.
something I said yesterday.
Yes.
The new HR specialist that the county hired, I gave the wrong name. Her name is Jan Johnson, and they
Okay.
call her JJ.
JJ, welcome aboard.
I went to the website and pulled the name, and evidently had not been updated.
Ah.
So, which I still blame myself because I should have double checked. But her name is Jan Johnson. So, welcome, Miss Johnson, to Onslow County.
Yeah, no, just call her JJ.
Yeah, JJ.
Welcome to Jacksonville, JJ.
Yeah,
town.
I like
There you
it.
go.
I like it.
Anyway, well, glad to have her on board.
Yes.
Maybe she can straighten out some of the issues that people complain about all the time. What do you think?
Yes, it's a heck of a job working human
Yeah,
resources.
good luck.
Well, I have something, Rayford, that
Good.
you brought up this morning. So you had stated that people that came into Tideline yesterday were talking about how
Oh, yeah.
that they feel like some of the naysayers, I'm assuming they mean some of the people that are in office that are opposing it, are doing it basically because they're trying to say that it's because of Billy Sewell. Well,
Uh-huh.
I would like for any of these people, and Lee, that goes for the people that been texting you as well, to call us. Our number is 910-333-0139. Make sure I gave the right number. I was thinking about my cell phone. And tell us, what are you basing those statements on?
Mhm.
Is there something you've heard? Is there an email? Is there a post somewhere? Or is this just gossip and innuendo? Like, what are you? And let's be clear. The other thing, is this just somebody wanting to stir the pot? What are you basing those comments on? I would like to know. And the second thing is, to be clear, Billy Sewell don't run the YMCA. He is a spokesperson. He's one person, but it's run by a board.
Yes.
It is not the Billy Sewell show.
No.
So for that statement there's a whole bunch of reasons why I would like to know why people are making these comments.
Who else is on the board?
Oh man, I'll pull it up.
No, without looking.
He is.
Everybody knows Billy Sewell.
He knows he's the chief volunteer officer.
Yeah.
That's his official title.
Yeah.
And he started working on this project in 2009.
Yeah.
After the discussion, like he said yesterday, him and his daddy were
Mike
discussing.
Lazar is on the board.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sounds is on the board. I want to say Don Rochelle.
But
one place is on
Nobody
there.
really knows this.
That's
But-
only because
but
Billy is
everybody
like
knows,
the spokesman.
Yeah, but everybody knows Billy.
But it's not the Billy show. It's not the Billy show.
It's not the Billy show.
But if people are making comments that they're saying this is being shot down because of him, that would imply it was the Billy show. But it's not the Billy show. I want to know where these what is the basis for the comments? Because one of them is clearly directed at my husband, so I want to know what basis are they using for this argument? What is for their comments?
I'm not sure. Nobody mentioned Robin.
But
to me
Robin's
yesterday.
he wanted a public hearing to hear more about it, but he voted against it.
Mhm.
So yes, inevitably they are saying that about him.
Well, this was coming out even before that, but the naysayers before the county commission meeting
Mhm.
last week. A lot of folks for I mean, God, as long as I've been back in Jacksonville, have commented about Billy Sewell and his political backings for other people that he's backed and whatever.
Oh, I've heard all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they say that this is what I would interpret what they've done in the past. And this is what the people yesterday were telling me. It's everything. It's nothing but politics because they don't like the way Billy Sewell backed this person or that person or whoever. He went against certain people who were in office. He's backed certain people who were not in office. He's a political entity. We know that. He contributes a lot of money
He does.
to certain politicians, people he would like to see in office. People have come to him and asked for his assistance. We know that.
Well, then one would argue that there's some of the people that voted for it he's donated money to. So then the argument could be made, I guess, that did they vote for this simply because he gave them money?
You can argue it either way.
But either way, I want to know what people are basing the comments on, other than the fact that they think. How do they know somebody don't like Billy? So that's what I'm asking. How do you know? That I just want to. I mean, it's an awful inflammatory statement to make. Just to be making it, unless what evidence do you have?
No.
That was just my question. It's inflammatory. So what evidence, or is these people just being gossipy?
Gossipy is a good word for it. Likely.
Because gossip never did anybody any good.
I have had, and you probably have too, you've had other politicians who were not backed by Billy Soule to say they did not like Billy Soule because he did not back them. He did not give them any money.
Well, that's a terrible attitude to have anyway.
I understand
why do
that.
you care whether somebody backs you or not? If that's someone's thought process, then they're in it for the wrong reasons. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, that is I feel bad for anybody that makes that statement.
I would doubt that Billy Soule or a lot of other contributors to political campaigns, I doubt if they go out there and just say, oh, I'm going to give money to so-and-so and so-and-so, unless this person comes to them and asks them for his support.
I mean, people can back who they want to.
Yep.
I mean, bottom line. So, but that's either for or against is a terrible way to look at something. Whether somebody, if you dislike somebody simply because they didn't donate to your campaign, that is an awful thing.
Well, when it comes to donations, it's your responsibility to go and ask that person.
That's what it's all
and
about.
A lot of people don't.
If you don't, and you don't ask for people's votes, if you don't ask for, support,
That's right.
monetary or otherwise.
Well, nothing says you have to go out and ask people for money.
No, you don't.
You can just supply your own.
You can.
But on the flip side of it too, I don't think people should donate money to campaigns simply because they want them to vote a certain way, because that makes you look bought and paid for.
Well, good luck on that one.
I know, I agree, but this is my thought process. I'm just curious if people making these, what you're basing it on.
And if I could look good in a swimsuit, I would be.
I know what I'm basing mine on.
Going for world peace.
There has been people that have personally told me that.
Yes, they have.
They have personally told me that, and my reaction was, take personalities out of it. Look for the facts. Base your decision on facts.
Yes.
But I have had a couple county commissioners tell me to my face.
So have I.
So and they told me. Who else did they tell? You know how people talk.
Yeah.
So and my advice was, your decision is your decision. I respect it either way. And I said, but base it on facts.
It needs to be on facts.
And I
Everything
have
needs
to,
be
I
done on
told
facts.
Melissa, I said, I give you kudos for researching and saying what you said, because you did not bring personalities into it.
That's right.
You did not bring
just the facts, Jack.
Just the facts.
Yeah.
And I said, you're the only one I've seen do that so far. And I said, and I appreciate that. And I applaud you for that, because that's what we need. That's what I said from the beginning.
Absolutely.
All these what ifs.
I don't care about the what ifs. I hate the what ifs.
Let's look at the facts, and let's base your decision. You base your decision on facts.
Should be on facts.
Not who gave you money, who didn't give you money, who you like, who you don't like, and all the other little stuff that first started coming out about all this.
Yeah, and when one of our commissioners actually went to see Billy Soule recently, another county commissioner said, I don't know what he was doing that for. Don't you know who he is?
Well, being that it's Billy that's heading up this whole thing.
But once again, Billy is not running the Y. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the Billy show. It is a group of people.
Yeah.
True.
He just happens to be the spokesman because he knows a lot of people can get things done.
Yep.
But
He's
that's
the
just
one
wrong
that's-
if they're putting him behind the Facebook, because it's not how it should be.
Well, there's just, when this whole thing came out, there was so much personality bashing. There was terrible, terrible stuff on social media that to me was way too personal, went way too far. But that's what we've become now.
It is.
It's
That's what we've
aggravating.
become now. And and if anybody knows me and it's on my Facebook, they'll see I hardly ever get on there anymore.
I don't.
I'm just tired of it.
That's up to
I'm
you
tired
girls.
of it. I do the radio page.
Yeah.
And once in a while I might do something on my page. I don't get into anything because I've gotten to the point where I would deactivate my page, except for it would take me off the radio page, it would take my access off there. But I'm just tired of it. And I'm tired of, so many things that bother me about social media. And I'm just like, why am I letting it bother me?
I don't let it bother me.
Well, it's because you don't go on there. And so I've had to train myself to stay off of it.
It's not that, but it's.
I was so stressed out last
dealing-
weekend. I didn't want to talk to anybody.
Just dealing with people in general over the decades.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let what they say to me or what they call me or what they feel or, even the people who call in here, unless you cannot get it through your thick heads that it is our show and not your show.
Well, we try to make it, a community involvement.
Yep,
And,
we do.
we have some that might take offense to what I say, you say, or Kelly says,
It's okay.
But it's okay because, everyone has an
You
opinion.
know how much sleep I lose over that?
You let me guess.
Yeah.
None?
You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Hello, Onslow. Roy Spinnett here, County Commissioner. The 4th of July is when we celebrate Independence Day, the day that the Second Continental Congress established in 1776 to celebrate the Constitution of the United States. I want to wish all of you a safe and happy Independence Day and thank all of our veterans and those who serve to keep us independent and safe. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
At Sound Furniture and Appliance of Cedar Point, they are proud to have been in the furniture and appliance business since 1965, and their goal is to continue to offer the best products and services to their customers at exceptional prices. Whether you are furnishing your year-round residence, beach house, condo, or office, they have the furnishings to fit any style. Their sales and design teams offer professional and personal service with product and fabric selection. Sound Furniture and Appliance, 600 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, carries name brands such as Sealy, Lazy Boy, and appliances by Sub-Zero, Wolf, Code, and Hashizaki. Financing and local delivery are available. Sound Furniture and Appliance open Monday through Friday from 8:30 till 6 and Saturdays from 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. Phone 252-393-8130 for Sound Furniture and Appliance in Cedar Point.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Empire Pizza in Jacksonville joins all veterans, active duty personnel, and citizens in remembering this Independence Day. Never forget what the day really means, acknowledging the brave men who in 1776 drafted what became our Constitution, the document that gives the power of government to the people. It's a great time, too, to celebrate with traditional hot dogs, but at Days Inn, give yourself a break and order a pizza that's made with only fresh ingredients, quality cheeses, and specialty dough. Empire Pizza, 521 Yacht Road in Jacksonville, 910-346-3100.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
And we're back, and we're being joined right now by Joy. Hey, Joy, what's up?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Oh, well, you know, hanging in here. What are you doing?
Hanging in there, getting ready to talk about Billy Sewell.
Okay.
Okay. It burns me up. First of all, Billy Sewell is a very fine young man, brought up very well. He's been a very hard-working young man from a very young age. He was not, like, handed over what people think he was handed over. People don't know his background. He worked hard to get where he is. I mean, it just so happened that he was born to a family that worked very hard. His dad started out as a principal. His mom started out as a teacher, and his daddy had an opportunity, and it was very successful. But Billy worked. He worked and got where he got.
Actually, Mr. Sewell started out as a teacher.
And a lot of times people don't realize what Billy does that people don't even know about. And I think that they see his name and they think of dollar signs, which is very sad because Billy is very meek, kind, and gentle soul, as his family is. And I think what started this, and I might be wrong, as Kelly was saying, Billy is like the spokesperson for YMCA. What is it?
YMCA.
Well, I guess around June sometime when all this started to happen, Billy, as being the spokesperson, sent out a thing on internet, and it said, please reach out to our city, county, and school board seeking their support for the YMCA aquatics facility.
Right.
They'll be voting to support this public-private partnership creation in the next 2 weeks. And of course, by him having his name there on that as the spokesperson, I guess people just jumped to conclusions and decided to figure they'd use it as something to go against Billy, which is just stupid. In my
I totally agree with you. But that's the way, that is the perception among a lot of people.
Yes, because I'm sure there's so many good deeds that he's done that a lot of people do not know about, and he gives up his time volunteer. There's so many things that he does that I don't know, and I'm sure a lot of people don't know, and it just burns me up. But I think that whoever's running their mouth needs to just shut it up. Keep it closed.
Joey says, shut it up.
Because he is a very... It's not like, I mean, he could just sit back and do nothing and help nothing with our community, but he has helped and gone a long way. And it's really sad that these people want, and I think it maybe it's jealousy. I don't know. I do know Billy. Only because my aunt worked at Modern for so many years, and I don't know him like on a personal basis, but I know him as a young boy growing up, and I do know that he worked very hard in a lot of these Golden Corrals all over the state. I mean, he didn't just like sit back and have the cash rolling. He was a worker. I mean, he did some hard work. And so the people need to just, leave him alone. It's not Billy Sewell show like Kelly was saying. He's a fine young man that's good for our community and good for our young people and good for everything.
Yep. Well, I have no doubt, and I've come to know Billy a little bit better than I did before. But I have no doubt, given what I kind of feel about him, that if he wanted to, he could build the swimming pool center, the aquatic center on his own as a private individual or a group of individuals is in a private manner and charge a lot of money and make a lot of money off of it. That's not his goal. He's not there to make a lot of money.
Exactly.
He would have to charge everybody that came in. Forget the YMCA connection. He could do this on his own, I'm sure. But that's not an enterprise that he's interested in doing. I mean, he's got the Golden Corral and some other interests too, but that's enough.
Exactly.
I mean, that would be enough for me.
I mean, that in itself takes a lot of his time, but then he steps aside and still helps and volunteers to look for the future of our children. I mean, here's this man. I don't care. I hate politics, first of all.
Yeah, I do
hate
too.
Politics. And that really does bring a lot of problems when they're in the areas when things are going for the good for the community or for our young people. Because of a name or who you are or that kind of stuff, and all the rumors, because all this stuff that people are saying is just not true. If they knew who this person really was in the family, and his wife and his kids and his in-laws and all that, this is not what people are saying about Billy Sewell.
Yeah.
Billy Sewell, I say, is a man of the year, is what I say.
All right.
That's a Billy Sewell.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
Gotta
sir.
run.
Thank y'all for what y'all do. Kelly, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, she's getting better. We're gonna make her get better.
Yes.
We'll see what this next round of stuff does.
You're live and local, Real Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Flatwoods Outfitters, 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 between Swansboro and Jacksonville and Hubert, takes this time to celebrate America's birthday this Independence Day, July the 4th. Flatwoods Outfitters is one of the most complete sporting and firearm facilities in eastern North Carolina, right here in your backyard, complete with a shooting range and instruction. Flatwoods Outfitters carries all major brand names of shotguns, long guns, pistols, and ammunition to bag your limit for whatever game is in season from bear to dove. Flatwoods Outfitters also takes pride in helping you protect your Second Amendment rights and urges you to learn how to safely handle any firearm for personal safety. At Flatwoods, you can sight in your scope and use your shooting or archery range. If you're interested in a concealed weapon permit, Flatwoods Outfitters can help with that also. So, whether you are a sportsman or concerned about personal safety, let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Flatwoods Outfitters assist you. For range hours, phone 910-353-7593. Flatwoods Outfitters, 111 Second Amendment Lane, Hubert, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and Constitution. Flatwoods Outfitters, where they aim to please.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for spring, and you should be too with the Cub Cadet Ultima Series. These zero-turn lawnmowers are engineered for strength, versatility, and durability in one lineup with premium features engineered to leave you with a well-manicured lawn. Step up to the strength, comfort, and precise cut of the Cub Cadet Ultima Series and unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the Folly Star Spangled savings this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway in Jacksonville and Main Street in Maysville. 2-pack pork spare ribs, just $1.49 a pound. 10 pounds or more fresh ground chuck is only $2.99 a pound. How about a 2-pound bag of bright leaf hot dogs, crate for the grill, just $6.99 a bag. Cello iceberg lettuce is only 79 cents a head, great for those salads. You get a 1-pound bag of fresh strawberries, just $1.99. A 10-pack of selected Kool-Aid jammers, you get 2 10-packs for just $3. Char King charcoal briquettes, just $5.99. 48-ounce size of selected pet ice cream is only $1.99, and a 10 to 12 count selected pet ice cream bars or sandwiches, you get 2 for $5. Don't miss the 3-day sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway in Jacksonville and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom. Demi.
All right, we're fast running up. Jam-packed show again today. Thanks for the comments and from my colleagues here. And tomorrow we're going to have in the studio 7:30 in the morning Salem Clark.
Yes.
Now who's Salem?
Tourism.
Yeah.
Tourism. Yes.
Tourism board.
Yes.
Yep. Tourism.
She's going to tell us about all the stuff
What's going on in the area and how they get their money and what they do with their money, because there's a designated amount of money that goes to them from both the county, but also there's tax dollars that come in when you come spend a night in a motel here in Onslow County. You pay an extra tax that goes to the county that's distributed accordingly. And some of that money goes straight to the tourism board, which is good because they do a whole lot of really cool things with it. So Salem will be here tomorrow morning to give us the good news about what they're doing and what's coming up. And so we'll have some inside information. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I want to also thank Kelly. You've heard Kelly on the air for the last three mornings now, doing her commercial for her company. Mm-hmm. And just promoting 4th of July safety and her company and whatever. Don't drink and drive, yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool. We'd like to hear that. We did a special, and Lee and I went out and started selling this. Mm-hmm. We've got 7 new people on the air. I'd like to thank each and every one of them. Yes. From pools, patios, and spas to Hooters to
John Starzinski.
John Stars Electric.
Right.
These opportunities we will have, and Royce, we can't forget
Commissioner
Royce.
Bennett, yes.
He did for himself, plus
and his
Century
business,
21.
That's right. And I appreciate his support.
Oh, absolutely. So we're going to offer some specials to people. It's for a week-long run. And we're going to be offering another one coming up. So if you want to get on board with that for later this summer, feel free to do so. Give Lee a call. Her number, again, is for a good time, give Lee a call at 910-330-0222.
You'll have to let me get my nap in first.
There you go. Anyway, we're going to be offering these because we like to offer specials to a lot of folks who not even advertising right now. But those who are advertising, you can jump on board as well. Yes. And for all across the board advertising, feel free to call Lee too, because we are openings on that show.
Yes.
And we'd like to fill them up.
We've got some pretty good ones projected soon. So
things are going to get bigger and better. We are going to be, I'll tell you right now, we're going to be the prime location for Jacksonville Ospreys.
Yes.
This is going to be one of our signatures.
Yes, we're
Okay.
looking forward to that. We really, and another benefit about advertising with this is, our social media, we'll be putting your stuff
Yep.
up on that. We'll be promoting you during the show,
Yeah, we get to talk
regardless
about
of
you.
your commercials, we'll still be promoting you. There's so many things that we're going to be offering that really makes the experience worthwhile. So.
And when the power goes out around here and
That's
y'all
right.
are
We'll
listening
still
on
be
your
up.
radios, guess what you're going to be hearing? Us.
That's right.
Because I got one of them standby generators. John had to correct me. It's
Mhm.
not called whole house. It's a standby generator back there that stands by until I need it.
Yes.
And when I need it, 15 seconds after the power goes out, the lights go to
So
every house.
make sure you have batteries for that portable radio.
You better get yourself
You'll
a
be able
portable
to
radio.
listen to
You'll be
us.
able to listen. And of course, you'll be able to listen to us on your cell phones as well.
That's true. If the cell tower.
Simple radio.
That's right.
And as we heard yesterday, the cell towers will go down after about a day or two because
what
the
happened the last
generators
time,
run out of
yes.
gasoline.
I was like, no.
Yep.
It's like,
buddy.
why was it working now and not working then? Working then and not now, but you explained it. So.
All right, we will see you
Ooh,
tomorrow,
we're late.
about 22 hours from now, live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. Coming up now is Fox News.